Halito! I am here with my book haul that I got at a thrift store. And so I wanted to show you guys what I got. Let's do a little organizing here. So my son told me about this shop that had, it had a sale. Well, he was like, there's a little shop around here. Let's go check it out. It's a thrift shop, and it was a tiny little place, but they had all kinds of different stuff and books. Everything was 60% off. So we were puttering around, and I was with a couple of other family members, and we saw this this bunch of books, and we started looking through, and my niece and I were like, oh my gosh, these are all witch books. So she bought a bunch. I got a bunch. I actually gave her one that I had, because they were like, I don't know, 60 cents each, I think. I'm going to share what I got. First one I have is a Druid's Herbal for the Sacred Earth Year by Ellen Everett Hopman. And this is really cool. It's got a lot of Celtic stuff in it. The Druids. And look, somebody has underlined some of this stuff. It's so cool, and it's got this thing in it. Samhain, All Hallows, the Celtic New Year, and in bulk. So it has all this cool stuff. I haven't had a chance to look through all of it. We have the fall equinox. I would not even know how to say that. Mian Fomer, the herbs of Mian Fomer. It has, here's all the herbs. It's very cool. Herbs of the Druids. So this was really cool, since I don't know much about the Celtic stuff, the Druid stuff. I was really excited to get this one. I am an ultra mutt. I am Native American. I am German, I found out. Scottish, English, Irish, Welsh, and Basque, some other things. I'm just kind of a little bit of everything. Well, not everything, but also from the Yucatan Peninsula, so Mexican, I guess you would call it if you wanted. So my family hails from all over the world. I can trace a lot of it back to the Druidic areas where those people were. So I want to get into learning a little bit about this. I love this cover. Isn't she beautiful with her hair and the braid and stuff? So yeah, this was going to be fun. For the ancient Druids, the healing and magic properties of herbs were inseparable from the larger cycles of the season, movements of the planet, and the progression of human life. A Druid Herbal shows the reader how to use herbs when creating rituals to celebrate festivals, significant life passages, such as births, house blessings, weddings, funerals, and naming ceremonies. So yeah, I'm excited about that. And then let's look at this one. This one is Celtic Magic. And we know, I mean, if you're in any of the witchy stuff, cards, decks, all that kind of stuff, books, calendars, you will know Llewellyn's World as a publisher. So this one is cool. Celtic Magic. And let's read the back a little bit. Celtic magic is an ancient practice firmly rooted in the Celtic pantheon, nature, and the elements. Included in this book are the various methods of spell work, ritual, meditation, and divination that can help you influence or even change certain aspects of your life. I thought these two are going to go really good together. I like that a lot. Our Celtic information, and then I guess we can go on to let's look at this one. So this is Glamoury, Magic of the Celtic Green World by Steve Ballmeyers. Did I say who this is? This is DJ Conway. And this one is You Belong in a Green World. Glamoury is a life-affirming, holistic magic system that will break down the barriers between you and the natural world. This system is deeply connected to natural cycles, the green world, of the ancient Celts, and is based on truths embedded in the rich types of Celtic myths. Myths compellingly retold in this book. So that is kind of exciting. The mythological cycle, the most interesting collection of prim and faux skella. The Ulster cycle, the Fenian cycle, the historical cycle. Exercise 1, visualization. Chapter 7, the structure of Celtic Ireland. So yeah, we have the map. Ulster, Leinster, East Munster, West Munster, Connacht. So yeah, I think this is cool. It's going to kind of get into some of the history of it. I'm excited to look at this. Now, my problem is, when am I going to look at it? I'm going to take I should probably do some kind of a challenge of okay, we're not going to do anything but read books in January. This one was another one that I found that was really cool. It's The Norse Myths by Kevin Crosley Holland, introduction and retold by Pantheon Fairy Tale and Folklore Library. Here are 32 classic myths that bring the Viking world vividly to life. The mythic legacy of the Scandinavians includes a cycle of stories filled with magnificent images from pre-Christian Europe. Gods, humans, and monstrous beasts engage in prodigious drinking bouts, contests of strength, greedy schemes for gold, and lusty encounters. The Norse pantheon includes Odin, the wisest and most fearsome of the gods, Thor, the thundering powerhouse, and the exquisite magic-wielding Freya. Their love, wars, and adventure take us through worlds, both mortal and divine, culminating in a blazing doomsday for gods and humans alike. These stories bear witness to the courage, passion, and boundless spirit that were hallmarks of the Norse world. So yeah, that's exciting. So let's turn to, let's see, one. Thor's duel with Hrungnir. So there's a story of Thor. Let's see, the death of Baldar. Ragnarok. So I've heard Ragnarok. I started watching those. I don't know, there's some on Netflix. There's a couple series of the Norse people, and I didn't get into it, but I should go back and watch those. But anyways, I want to learn more about this because I know a lot of it gets thrown around. I hear lots of people talking about Thor and Odin and Freya, but I like to have some extra information behind that kind of thing. So for me, because I don't like to necessarily just delve into something and not know what I'm talking about. Next, we have Spells and Rituals for Every Purpose. Practical Candle Burning Rituals by Raymond Buckland. This seemed a little bit, I don't know. I don't see why this wouldn't be something that I could find useful. Just a little bit more information. Here's one. Obtain money. Green, gold, petitioner. Light altar candles 1 and 2. Light incense. Meditate on what is to be done. Light petitioner candle, picturing petitioner. Light gold, thinking attraction. Light greens, in order noted, thinking money. So this is, yeah, oh, and it has Psalms 41. Blessed is he that wisely doth the poor man's case consider. So these are things that I guess people can do for others, which is cool. Let's read the back. With the publication of Practical Candle Burning Rituals, Dr. Buckland, for the first time, brought candle magic up from the 19th century muddle to a clear and concise modern pagan book on how to do it. Ever since its initial publication, Practical Candle Burning Ritual has been the first book that one consults and the standard against which all other must be judged. I don't know that. This book was the first of its kind, and in my mind, it is still the very best. I don't know. Something to read and take what you want and leave what you don't. Okay. So then we have Magical Aromatherapy, The Power of Scent by Scott Cunningham. This is just kind of a lot of, look, it's a little like dictionary. So you can find something and look it up. Let's see. I thought this would be really, really useful for, when you're like, oh, what do I need to use? So we have tulip. Part used, fresh flowers, planet, Venus, element, earth, magical influence, purification. Many people seem unaware that tulips are scented, but most varieties of this popular bulb plant do emit a soft, sweet, but somewhat antiseptic fragrance. Inhale the light odor of the fresh flowers during personal purification rituals. With vanilla. Yeah, so I thought that would be fun and useful to have just hanging around. Let's see what these lists are for. Okay, generally true essential oils. Okay, so I know that you can't have like essential oils from certain things because they just, for one, don't exist. Like, oh, it has hazardous essential oils. This is interesting. This is good information. Essential oil distributors. I mean, it's an older book, so some of those places would be interesting to see what ones have it or not. So then we also have like cash flow oil, essential oil blends, the base oil, love oil, power oil, protection oil, spirituality oil, tables of synthetic and genuine oils. Okay, so we have generally artificial oils, almond, sweet. The genuine oil has no scent. Ambergris, synthetic, apple blossom, bayberry, carnation, civet, clover. Coconut, genuine oil has no coconutty scent. Frankincense, gardenia, rarely available. Ginger flower. So frankincense oil is often imitated. So that's cool. I like that to see what there is. So like lilac is unavailable. Lilac doesn't have an oil. Lily of the valley, unavailable. No true lotus oil exists. So there's just things that aren't available, or they might, strawberry oil. There's no strawberry oil. So anyways, I thought that was cool. Let's look at, there are 2 moon books I got. One of these might be going to a friend. So we have Ellen Hawke, and this is The Magic and Myth of the Lunar Cycle, Praise to the Moon. And let's read the back. Along with the 8 seasonal festivals, the lunar cycle is the heart of witchcraft and Wicca. Centuries of civilization have not diminished our instinctive responses to the waxing and waning moon, nor the power of her light in the nocturnal sky. Lyrical and literature. Praise to the Moon explores each moon phase, its relevant deities and inherent qualities. With this guidebook, you can learn how to gain greater harmony in your daily life and more power in your magical workings by aligning your activities with the moon energy. So this one's going to be really cool. Yeah, one of these, like I said, I'm passing on to a friend. So, because she's really into moon magic right now. And then there's this one, How to Use the Phases of the Moon to Get What You Want, which is cool also. And this is by Diane Alquist. I feel like I've heard that name before. Get a pay raise, release your fears, attract a lover, receive divine messages, begin a new life, move on after loss. So this is another good one, easy childbirth. I'll have to look at both of them and see which one is the better book and see which one I want to send on, or which one aligns more with me or the other person, or probably just the other person will get the better book, because that's usually how I do things. Okay, so we have A Witch's Grimoire. I'm saving the last one, which is kind of odd. It's a weird book. It's a really weird one. But anyways, so I have Witch's Grimoire of Ancient Omens, Portents, Talismans, Amulets, and Charms by Gavin Frost, PhD, and DD, and Yvonne Frost, DD, the founders of the Church and School of Wicca. So I'm not a Wiccan. I don't really... Oh, this was somebody's picture was in here. I don't, if you know that person. Your guide to causing and using omens potent. I'm not into the idea of a religion as a base for my practice. And I also am not cool with the fact that a man kind of was the one who started that. That's just not, I mean, nothing wrong with men. Nothing wrong with that. It's just for me, I'm not into that. That's not really where I'm at right now. I'm more into the female energy and all of that. So the magic life balance. But like I said with the other stuff is I am interested in learning about stuff. I'm always wanting to learn, even if it's something I'm not into or not practicing. This one I think might be my favorite. It's Natural Magic Potions and Powers from the Magical Garden. And this just had a ton of really interesting stuff. Let's read fish. That's an interesting one. Description. There are many species of edible fish, but with few exceptions, the lore of Western natural magic treats all fish as essentially the same. Since most species are under severe pressure from overfishing in the wild, ethical natural magician should strongly consider using farm-raised fish only. Temperature astrology varies depending on the fish, but most whitefish used for human food can be treated as moon in Pisces, and most redfish are sun in Pisces. Lore. Fish have a complex place in the old lore, cold as death and surviving without breathing. They are often death symbols, and yet the phallic shape of many fish have earned them a symbolism that points in the opposite direction. They partake of the paradox and complexity of magical lore of the sea, in which they have an important place. Safety issues. Many wild-caught fish, especially those from inland waters, contain large amounts of heavy metals and other toxic pollutants. Blah, blah, blah. We know that. Parts used, meat, bones, how used, amulets, and food. I don't think they mean to use the meat as an amulet. That would be kind of gross, but you could use bones or you could use the likeness, right? Magical uses. Eat saltwater fish as a communion food of the sea. Use fish bones in the amulets and other preparations of sea magic. So yeah, I liked that. I think this is a cool one. We have ruby, we have rue, got, lots of different things in here. And then, yes, at the end, it has how to make things, food, amulets, what else? Fluid condensers, make a gold solution. Making a fluid condenser. So this is, it's got a lot of stuff. Oh, look, there's rose, my favorite flower. And what did I just see too? Something down here. Doot, 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 doot. Oh, table of contents. So you can look up all of the different things. Temperature, fiery. So if you want to look at zodiac correspondences, we have all the things: Taurus, Gemini, Aries, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, and Aquarius, and Pisces. Magical uses: amplify other workings. Anaphrodisiac, is that how you see it? Aphrodisiac. What is the difference between an anaphrodisiac and an aphrodisiac? Maybe anaphrodisiac is leave me alone. Banishing. Blessing, consecration, divination, earth magic, fairy, nature, spirit work, fertility, fluid condensers, funerals, ghosts, and underworld. So yeah, this is going to be like a lot of great information. Personal transformation. Luck. See, Angelica. I just got Angelica root in Spiral Rain's Witch Box. So got that for luck too. I didn't know I had a workbook. Oh, I guess this is how all the stuff that the workbook is making things. Condenser paper for talisman. This, I think, is my favorite book so far. I mean, I like all of them. Well, there's one that I'm not too sure about, and I will show you that one right now. So this is The Witch's Bible by The Complete Witch's Handbook by Janet and Stuart Farrar. Let's read the back. Everything you need to know is here. The Sabbats, casting and banishing the magic circle, the complete book of shadows, the great rite, initiation rites, consecration rites, spells, witches' tools, witchcraft and sex, running a coven, clairvoyance, astral projection. Started looking through this one and it is intense. But then I got to like, what is happening here? This is a little intense. I was like, wait, what? And most of everything's naked. Everybody is naked in these. I'm not sure why everything needs to be naked. I mean, I'm glad for people who like to be naked. That's not me. I'm not a naked girl. I'm not a naked girl. So yeah, those are the books. That's my haul. So I spent no money on these. No money. I'm so exciting. Anyways, that's what I got. Tell me what book you are most interested in. Have you read any of these books? Do you have any other book recommendations, like really interesting, kind of out of the box, out of the norm books that you love, that you have? And that's it. So thank you for watching. This is a long one, but I hope it was fun. All right, bye.